we take a 10, 11-minute rest and try to figure out if this gem is safe or not. And we can all go rest up or do whatever we have to do in the meantime.
Speaking of which, you guys interested in heading over to the grove over there?
As you get closer to the tree as well, you do see that there's a battle axe embedded in the side of it. And it seems that there's a fallen adventurer as well lying beneath the tree.
I want to wave the wand around and see if there's any hidden items in our vicinity.
That being said, Albert, I raised my eyebrow to him. I hate to suggest this, but this tree seems quite evil. It might not be best to just leave it.
Yeah, so as you guys turn to walk away and cause this tree harm in that case, something in the air begins to shift and mold, and everything starts to come to life around you.
E Bapef is gonna walk up to Albert. Hey, you had the right idea, and I'm gonna reach into my backpack and pull out the bullseye lantern and show him, be like, this thing's got a full thing of oil in it, ready to go.
Paladin, you got any thoughts on that? On the other of the two?
Well, if it's tainted beyond redemption, it must be purged.
Classic paladins.
Yeah, listen.
A black carriage sitting and waiting for you. Atop it sits a elf that might seem familiar.
Is that you, Radin? What are you doing out here?
Gentlemen, I'm just here to pass off an invitation. Nothing more.
I am not meeting that man and not trying to kill him.
I agree. Either we're going next time I see that man, it is because I want to kill him.
Yeah, and then Damien rather abruptly snatches it from your hands, Albert. You can tell that he's quite excited about this. Gentlemen, I don't think you understand how much this means to the people of Barovia, not just myself.
The fact
That's right.
that Strahd burned that place down leads me to believe that something that was causing him trouble was once there.
And suddenly, as Albert begins to read and at least decipher the first chapter here, mist seems to roll in all around you, and you all awaken in a courtyard with the sun beating down on your face, and you seem to have been transported to another world.
No.
Okay. We're gonna get started. Cool. So you at the top of this thunderous hill, the mist all around you, and in the distance again, if you'll remember, what looks to be a city nestled deep beyond the giant fog wall. For you lies dead a giant tree blight by the name of Winter Splinter, burst forth from this giant statue of Strahd. Your friend Muurujin, I will say, with the first and only plot armor in this campaign. I want to make that very clear. You guys are now a balanced party and not all ranged casters. So congratulations. But again, you have just defeated Winter Splinter and a bunch of the druids here. A green gem lies glowing on the ground in front of this tree stump. How do you guys want to proceed?
I'm not touching that. Albert, seems like it's up your alley.
First of all, I just want to take a glance at the new Muurujin. You want to explain that?
What is there to explain, my friend? The meeting with Akate, or me dying, because I feel that's self-explanatory.
I mean, the literal god coming and talking to us would be a start.
Yeah, I would maybe start there. Like, you dying, yes, I understand that. But now you're not dead.
Well, if you
How is this
remember
possible?
when we all met in the inn when we first arrived at Barovia, or where I assume we all first arrived at the same moment, I was lost and confused, and I didn't speak up much because I was adrift on the astral plane after a research experiment into viewing the astral plane remotely went wrong in my tower in Laocrond.
Yes.
And as I was floating aimlessly across the astral plane, I had a chance encounter with Hecate, and we spent some time together, just talking about the arcane and the wheels of fate.
So this sounds like an astral plane bender, perhaps. Ah, I know how those go.
Bapef's going to, still being in bear form, walk up and start sniffing Muurujin, and then drop out of form. Stand up on his two legs as a bipedal once more, and tell Muru, you smell different though. You're not just back. You're different, aren't you?
Yes, I feel very different. My mastery of all the arcane spells I have collected over the years, the memory of them is fleeting, and my grasp on the arcane itself seems impossible now.
It seemed impossible to me before, if that helps at all.
But that's replaced it now is just some warmth and some sense of authority and a clear direction that I must walk.
Hmm.
Well, someone around here has some clear direction.
And you're not at risk. I'm assuming we're not going to see your body marching with the other heroes that have fallen here. You're like actually you still?
I feel the same. I feel as if I also am filled with life. We can cut me and see if I still bleed. It might be a good experiment because I honestly would like to know myself. I'm gonna draw out my sword and kind of look at it quizzically, wondering where it came from, and go ahead and slice the top of my wrist and hold it out in front of the party and watch the blood fall from it.
Does he bleed?
Does he bleed red blood?
The
What
pain
color is
is
a dragon's
definitely
blood?
real.
You just cut through dragon scales?
Yeah, dog, I got 18 strength.
18, eh?
Yeah, the blood is flowing. The pain is real. I feel alive. I feel my pulse beating in my veins.
Can I do maybe an arcana check? I want to see, does his like magical energy feel any different without saying aura?
I mean, just from what you can tell, he definitely doesn't have the arcane pulsing through him as he once did.
I'm gonna perk my head up and start looking around. Do you guys hear that? And
What?
Mike, do I know? Do I have a sense of direction from where I heard the sound?
No, it was just in your head.
Okay, so it's okay. I want to look at where this tree once stood. Can I tell if there's anything there?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Suck at those.
Yeah, so where this tree or the statue once stood, there is quite a giant hole in the ground here. There are remnants of the statue, like off to the side. Strahd's head is sitting there, just on the ground. And again, this was a 50-foot tall statue. But as you begin to look around, you don't find anything in particular. Again, the green glowing gem is just kind of sitting there on the ground, but there doesn't seem to be what you're looking for at this particular moment.
Can I tell how deep the hole is? Is it like a shallow hole? Or is it like a deep hole?
Yeah, so if as you like take a look, you notice that like where the roots of the giant tree that just attacked you, could fit into this hole. So it's a pretty big fucking hole.
Okay. Hey gang, there's still something in this area calling out to me, and I think it's what whispered to me as we were approached it. I think we better keep looking.
I would like to cast Identify on the green gem.
Go for it.
Is that a ritual?
I can either burn a first level slot, or I can do it as a ritual if we think we have 11 minutes.
Why not? It's not like we have anything else going on. We've cleared the druids.
Do we want to try to take a short rest here and then push on?
Or a long rest, if anyone wants to.
I don't think long
I'm in the hut.
resting here is a good
Sleeping
idea.
outside hasn't exactly gone well for us in the past.
How about this? Isn't the actual owner of the gem, or I guess proper owner of the gem, just down the way at the winery? We could further examine it and probably even ask about it over there.
Far away is that?
Emerald.
Took us
I
2 hours
think
to
it
get
took
there.
us a couple hours to get up here. We fought for the course of probably like 10 minutes.
How about this? How about we take a 10, 11-minute rest and try to figure out if this gem is safe or not, and we can all go rest up or do whatever we have to do in the meantime.
That sounds
Yeah,
good.
I agree with the angry one.
Yeah, the rest
Bapef?
never work out well, but okay.
Yeah, I want to, while Albert presumably is going to prepare this ritual, take a look around and see if anything, if I can see anything significant from now our high vantage point on the top of the hill.
Give me a perception check.
Nat 20.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you look around from the high vantage point here, again the giant fog wall stands out to you. You are able to see that the city down there. As you look to your right, across all the carrion stones and in these empty graves, you do see that the trail leads down to a grove of trees.
I turn back to the party. Gentlemen, there might even be more to discover up here. You see that grove over there? And I point to it.
Perhaps there might be more druids in there is what I'm worried about.
Yes. Good or bad, there's something right over that way.
Albert just sits down and begins casting the ritual of Identify.
All right, if you recover, I suggest you do that now. I am going to just go poke around this site.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna go
need
with him.
someone to give me a history check. Just one person.
I have +7. If you guys want me to
You're
do it.
casting a ritual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm +4.
Mine's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same,
mine's
mine
not
is
good.
also terrible.
Okay, I'm rolling it. Oh god.
And he uses lucky.
And I'd like to.
You're out of lucky right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You should be out of lucky.
Okay,
I know he used at least 2.
I didn't have to use my last one. I would like to
Awesome.
do lucky.
You know.
I think you. I don't remember. You definitely
Used
used at
to.
least one or two. Yeah.
I used 2 in a row, 2 20s, and then I didn't get a chance to use a third. I was going to, but I ended up.
No, you used
my friends
one and
ended up
got
telling
double
that guy.
ones.
I got double 20s, and the issue is I couldn't roll anything lower. I was going for a low roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just kept rolling
Yeah, and
crits.
the dude had rolled a crit on him.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Fucking lucky.
I'm feeling lucky.
So Bazzlo, as you ponder on kind of where you're at, and as you're looking around, you remember something about a hill in Graves, but it just kind of passes over you pretty quickly.
Lads, thinking on it. After we talked to that the witch in the hut, does this by chance sound like maybe some sort of gravesite? I remember just a gravesite being mentioned. Does that ring any bells to anyone?
E Bapef walks over to Albert, because he had scrolled all the cards, and holds out his hand, seeing if Albert can just toss him that list real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that gonna break my interruption or my Chima?
I mean, you're doing. How long does it take?
11 minutes.
Got it.
If it's gonna break it, I won't hand it to him.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say you're finishing up your ritual on the gem now.
It's pinned in Crystal Strahd. FYI.
Yeah, I'm just trying to RP
It's
it.
pinned in party chat. 12/29 is the date.
Just trying to RP.
Trying to RP it there, dog.
Let him cook.
I'm just
Skibidi toilet.
identify Archie.
Just opening up its notes.
Presuming Albert hands me the thing. It says here, an evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens will help you find it. Look for the treasure there. So I'm thinking we need to look for some treasure.
Chalo might be the one. Seems to be on the search for something.
You just see me furiously digging through this grave over here. Oh, you're close by. I can feel it. Which one are you?
Oh, maybe Chalo here can hear it.
You hear any or see any ravens, Chalo?
Ravens?
Supposed to be following ravens might lead us to this treasure. We just remembered from the witch in the hut. Or you might know where the treasure is. Might be the voices.
It's definitely not on this one, though. What ravens? Do you see ravens? I don't see ravens.
Let me know when I can come back into this conversation, Mike.
And we want to know if we see any ravens around, or at least I do. I'm looking for ravens.
You don't see any ravens around at this point. Albert, as you finish up identify on this gemstone, there's no conceivable traits that you can grab from, other than that it is filled with the arcane, and it does seem to be some a focus for some kind of power.
I just look over at Bazzlo real quick. I'm assuming I heard this.
I honestly don't know how Bazzlo and E Bapef heard anything Chalo was doing that far away, but it's okay.
But
We just can't find them.
if you wanted that list, yes, it appears that the first thing on the list is where we're at. Secondary, the ravens leading us were the lycanthropy ravens that we met at the winery, right?
And the green orb is the treasure.
No, the green orb is their fucking power source for protecting their stuff, I would assume.
Sounds like a treasure.
So I'm going to head and take the green gem and pack it away.
Perfect. Go ahead and add it to your inventory, and we'll say it's like 2-3 pounds. 2 pounds.
It's a heavy gem. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Is
a
this,
heavy gem. It's a big boy. It's not little.
Is this a rock or is this a grave in front of me?
That is a rock in that case.
This is a
Yeah,
grave?
it's a grave. Go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for investigation.
Albert, do you have portent?
I have. You gotta ask me better than that.
I don't know how you.
Also, I
RP'd
don't
it.
think you understand how my thing works to even ask that question. To be honest.
All right. I am going to roll for investigation then.
Cool.
You'd like some inspiration?
What? Wait, do I have a bardic inspiration? I don't know if I do actually.
I can sing you a tune if you'd like to be like a little pep talk.
Hold on, I think we might be good.
You don't want to hear my treasure song?
Well, as I'm digging through this grave, I feel something with my fingertips, and I think, oh, is this it? You hear me say, this is it? Please let it be it. And out from the grave, I pull out a spear that is covered in blood. And I say to, oh, don't worry, oh wonderful one, you will get or I will fill your thirst for blood. And I have a new weapon.
Huh?
Am I close enough to see that interaction or no?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
Bapef's gonna walk back over to Albert. So, did you find anything out about that stone?
It's definitely heavily arcane influenced. I believe, if I'm not too far off, that this is the green emerald green stone that the ravens at the winery were looking for that helped give them protection. But
Makes sense.
I'm guessing that's what it is. I can't really tell much other than it's arcane and it's like 2 or 3 pounds.
Well, perhaps they can answer that when we head back down to the winery. Speaking of which, you guys interested in heading over to the grove over there? Making sure the area's clear at least?
Could you please hand me back the paper? Is there anything we think?
Hand it over.
It says, an evil tree grows atop of a hill of graves of the ancient dead. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there. The card tells of history, knowledge of an ancient who will help you better understand your enemy. So, maybe there's an ancient one we need to find here. Maybe treasure is the knowledge they can pass on to us.
Perhaps. Either way, we're already here. Might as well check it out.
Yeah, I think we can either... So, to my understanding, the grove is on the other side of this main thing, or the grove is further up the hill?
Further up the hill to the right of where you guys are now, if you're looking east.
So south on the map?
South on the map, right? Yeah. Okay. I thought so. Yeah, we have one of two options here. We can go back, give them their stone, which I'm assuming there's their stone, rest and try to come back here. But we can also just push forward. I mean, how's everybody looking?
I have quite a few spell slots left. I can't transform anymore until we rest, though.
Well, this is a short rest, right? You get them back on that?
I do. Are we having a full short rest?
I thought that was the plan.
You guys have been sitting around here for long enough to have a short rest.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan. It's like everybody's going to take a short rest, but I did identify.
Okay.
If we're feeling up to the challenge, it might not be a bad idea to press on, but this place as it is, I think it's always risky.
Miles, Elzeiros, what are you doing while all of this is happening?
I'm wondering if my party's lost their minds. I am going to scout the area. I want to look around and see if there's any evidence that Strahd was involved with these druids. Because we have not had that question answered yet, and I feel like there's more to this than we're seeing.
Perfect. Yeah. So as you take a look around at the moment, you do see the dead berserkers, as well as the dead druids who were seemed to be worshiping this giant effigy of Strahd. But without further investigation, you can't really deduce anything other than that they were worshiping this effigy.
Albert's
What
gonna
is
walk
it?
around and start picking pockets.
Yeah, E Bapef wants to inspect the druids specifically.
Perfect. So go ahead, Elzeiros as well as E Bapef, give me an investigation check.
20.
Awesome. E Bapef, as you start to pat over this berserker and druid that are next to you, you pull out some different herbs and things of that nature. Mostly they just smell really bad and are caked with mud and blood. But you do have enough to replenish whatever spell pouch stuff that you might need, or and then also you do pull out a healing potion as well.
On a scale of me to not smelling, are they the same smell or?
I mean, you're both dirty wood folk, so
So I don't
you're
really notice
familiar
it.
Yeah, you're
Smelling-
familiar
roll for
with
smelliness,
this.
please.
Yeah.
Two sides of the same coin.
Right. And I'm gonna put that stuff in my pouch.
As you guys were doing all that, you see Chalo coming back with a new weapon in his hand, a blood-covered spear and a shit-eating grin. Well, fellas, if y'all are ready to take care of the rest of these druids, I am.
Bapef stands up. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Perfect. And I'm doing a lot of things on the side here, so if you get a message from me, you can choose to tell the group here or not. So just putting that out there.
Well, if no one's gonna ask, this spear has been calling out to me ever since we arrived on this place, and all I know is that it thirsts for blood, and I am more than willing to help provide it.
Buddy, what do you mean calling out to you?
Exactly like what you just said, calling out to me, and only me.
What do you mean?
mine.
And do you mind if I take a look at it?
I wouldn't let him touch it. Don't let him touch it, Chalo.
Well, just don't look too closely. Give it right back. And I reach my arm out to Albert with the spear.
I grab the spear from Chalo.
Yeah. So as you grab this spear, it feels unusually heavy to you. You begin to droop and it begins to pull down towards the ground. And the spear itself begins to turn red hot as you hold the spear in your hands. And go ahead and actually go ahead and roll. And you take 3 burning damage as the spear begins to heat in your hands uncontrollably, and you drop it to the ground.
Hot! What?
That was pretty cool.
It's exactly as I suspected. And I reach down and grab the spear. It is mine.
Uh, what all has the spear said to you?
It has just been wanting me to find it, and that it thirsts for the battlefield.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a weapon speak to you before?
You know, I've heard of these myths, but I've never come across one myself. Or not myths, I should say. I've heard of these stories.
So you and I could both agree that this is the first time we've experienced something like this.
I would say
And
so.
that would make it odd, right?
Listen, buddy, if you're trying to reason with me, I'm as dumb as a bag of rocks, so it's not gonna work.
Well, that's why I'm trying to draw with crowns for you. Let me take you on a journey.
Bapef pulls out his charcoal and offers it up for a drawing.
As you
Hockey sword,
all
Batman.
converse around these different things, you hear lightning and thunder start striking out at the rocks all around you again, and the thunder rolls, and then there's just a nice quiet afterwards.
Oh.
Stay away from the rocks, lads.
Seems like whatever was causing that isn't dealt with.
Yeah, it does. Chalo, if you feel weird in any non-barbarian ways, just, give us a heads up.
I will try my best.
I'm not 100% sure about your weapon friend there. Maybe we'll have to look into him a bit more, but it would seem that the world wants to keep us moving at this point.
It's a strange feeling.
To the grove?
I don't know. Elzeiros, you seem timid.
Not timid, just curious where this is going to lead. Honestly, if it makes our angry little friend here less angry at us and more angry at other things, I'm happy with it.
It wouldn't be a bad thing, but do you believe we should push on for the night, or do you think we should try to return this stone?
Well, lightning did just strike here, even though we thought we ended the ritual. At the very least, we shouldn't spend the night here. We should probably spend the night somewhere a little further away.
Well, I think we need to finish the job. At risk of these druids taking this gem again from our friends.
Yeah, we wouldn't want them coming back.
Let's give that spear what it wants then. I say we hit the grove.
Let's do it.
Let's try to proceed with caution this time. I guess we did last time, but
Chalo, to the front with me. I'll transform if anything bad happens, guys. I start walking towards the grove.
Feel any
oh yeah,
druids
I'm
that are
gonna use
chanting.
hit dice to recover.
Oh, out of sync.
Uh-oh.
As we're walking up to the grove, I'm gonna look at
Oh,
Bapef.
no.
You know, when you transformed there into that bear form, that was a pretty cool thing you did.
Yeah, I can do quite a few forms. However, that one is quite special.
Oh, quite special. I agree with that. You know, I come from the bear tribe, the barbarian bear tribe, and back home I had a bear myself. Oh, what a wonderful beast. His name was Osik, and I used to ride him into battle.
Rude.
You know, I think it would be beneficial for us both if one day we could try something like that.
I wouldn't be impartial to the idea. That spear looks like it has enough range. We could pull
Yeah, I
something like
think-
that off.
I think if we're charging headfirst into someone, just ride into battle and fuck shit up.
Hell yeah. I'm down.
I'd like to see
Y'all
this.
should flirt on your own time.
So as you approach the south end of the hilltop, you see a sickly copse, a grove of dead trees and shrubs with a huge misshapen tree at its core. Blood oozes like sap from the twisted trunk. Skulking around the tree, you see these little gangly humanoid creatures that seem to be familiar of some of the blights and things that you have fought before. As you get closer to the tree as well, you do see that there's a battle axe embedded in the side of it. And it seems that there's a fallen adventurer as well lying beneath the tree, mostly just bones at this point.
E Bapef, if I remember correctly, with you having that staff, these little twigs shouldn't consider you as hostile, correct?
Indeed.
Maybe this
As long
is
as
a
I
job.
don't hit them.
Exactly. Maybe you go see if you can investigate a little bit more. We'll stay a little behind.
Bapef holds his staff out in front of him to probe at the attention of these twig blades.
Yeah, so as you point your staff at them, they really pay no attention to you or the rest of the party. They all seem to just be playing in the grove or whatever creatures like this do to pass time.
I'm gonna approach the corpse and definitely look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you approach the corpse, you again see this battle axe sticking out of the tree here, and you just see bones and leather armor that looks mighty in tatters.
So it's been here for quite a while.
I mean, the body has been here for what seems at least like a while, yes.
Well, gentlemen, this corpse seems like it's quite decayed. I was trying to see if perhaps we could either help or find some more information out from it. What do you guys want to do about this axe, though? Seems pretty sketchy.
Yeah, so as you all come a little bit closer to the tree here, the air starts to feel heavier, charged with an ancient presence. Birds and woodland creatures are notably absent from this vicinity, creating quite a bit of like unnatural silence in the grove. You notice that are strange carvings that are carved in the trunk at irregular intervals. Their edges smooth, but still clearly very deliberate. The tree seems to pulse with a slow, patient rhythm, as if it were breathing or waiting, or perhaps watching.
Burn it, Albert.
I walk forward, and I would like to get a closer look at the carvings on the side of the tree, and perhaps decipher the arcane energy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an Arcana as well as an investigation check. Yeah, so as you come up and inspect the tree, you just feel this like putrid, rotten energy coming up off of this tree. It definitely arcane in nature, but something much more primordial. As you take a look over the runes themselves, in that case, they look druidic, but no tongue or characters like seem anywhere near familiar to you. It seems rather ancient, is all you can deduce.
In a language that you guys have not heard Bapef speak, which Bapef's gonna ask the tree, you don't seem well, Ancient One, and I'm saying this in Celestial.
Yeah, so as you speak to the tree here, in this case, it doesn't react to you per se, but you do just feel anger and rage kind of pulse throughout the grove here, as if it wants nothing to do with anything that you just said.
I turn to the party. This tree, or whatever energies are within it, are quite upset.
Perhaps we need to remove these bodies. Do you think these bodies have something to do with it? Or do you think they've died from the tree?
Perhaps the
Give me a
axe.
nature check.
Bapef, what was that language you were speaking?
It's a language I picked up from my druidic circle. It's celestial.
Well, I will say that the arcane energy emanating from this thing is pretty evil. Perhaps they feel that angels are not a welcome voice in this place.
That's the feeling I got from it as well. However, only a feeling. Can I...
Do you know straight Druidic? Perhaps try to speak to them.
Do I? You know I do.
Well, perhaps maybe a less offensive language we might yield different results.
I will try that as well.
Maybe the tree's just feeling defensive.
In Druidic,
Also completely possible.
In Druidic, Bapef asks says to the tree, "Howdy, partner."
Yeah, as you speak to the tree, again, you feel something quite evil almost try to repel you away from this place.
Yeah, that's definitely not making any effective difference. It's still quite angry. I'd like to look at this axe that's buried in the tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to take a closer look at it.
Yeah, so as you peer at this battle axe, the handle is carved with leaves and vines. It looks to be at least somewhat magical in nature, and you can tell that someone put a lot of time and effort in crafting this weapon.
I look over to Albert. I don't know if removing this axe is a good idea, but that is a very nice axe.
Well, if we're to believe what the card says, this card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. One of stars, the druid, elderly man in simple robes with a gnarled tree behind him.
All right.
Look for treasure there.
I'm gonna try
I wanna-
grabbing the axe, but I need you guys to get ready to knock me the hell out if something bad happens.
Muurujin's gonna step up next to Bapef and just pull his gauntlets a little tighter.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a strength check, Bapef.
Let me ask, who would even use the axe?
Probably the paladin.
Oh, nat one.
Is it a one-handed axe?
A battle axe, I think, is versatile.
Versatile, yeah.
Also, I don't think they can use battle axes, or maybe that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
weapon.
I have great weapon mastery.
They
Okay.
absolutely can.
So yeah, as you try to pull this this axe free from the tree, it slips from your hands and you just fall on your ass. And these blights that are around you just kind of pay you no mind. They look over you ever so slightly and continue just kind of moseying around the grove. here.
I want to
Perhaps someone
look
stronger.
at like the base of the tree, all like down the path we came down to get to this tree.
Choose the path or the base of the tree.
Base of the tree.
Okay.
Is
Give
there
me-
any? Okay.
Give me an investigation check. So you start to pad around the grove here, around this tree. You again, just it's oozing blood and its branches, instead of like growing leaves, they just look like gnarled fingertips. Despite what the picture here in front of you might see. You notice that there is some disturbed earth, but not much more.
Gentlemen, I think we're getting distracted by the tree. If I understand correctly, we're looking for a man, not the tree. And I just start
Okay.
looking around.
That's correct. Muru, does your wand still work?
About the disturbed earth.
I do believe it does.
Does that detect treasure or just traps?
Anything hidden and traps within a certain distance of the caster.
Maybe that would be a good idea.
I do believe it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the wand, and I'm gonna toss it to Albert. And I'm gonna say, "Help yourself, my friend." And then I'm going to stoop over E Bapef and lend him a hand, help him back on his feet.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm going to flex my arms a little bit and be like, "Let me give this axe a pull here,"
Go
and
ahead
make
and
an
give me a
attempt to pull it out.
strength check, sir.
Oh my god, unlucky.
So as you pull on this axe again, this time you get a firm grip around it. You don't quite fall on your ass, but you do give it a good yank, and it moves ever so slightly, but still in place.
You just see Chalo chuckling.
I think this is a job for you, big guy. And
Yeah,
also,
dude,
having our conversation, Bapef and Chalo have a banter now.
What did... do we want to do the wand thing first or the axe?
If you guys are having fun pulling the axe, go ahead, dude.
I want to see.
I don't care.
Let me show you how it's done.
Stand back.
Please show me so I can learn. I'm still adjusting to my new form.
Awesome. So that's a strength shave. I need a strength check, Chalo.
Check would be higher.
Check. No, just a straight strength.
Check.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
So as you yank on this axe as well, it again moves ever so slightly, but still embedded in this tree.
Oh,
All right,
You
stand
know,
back.
it's really in there. It's
Since
really in there, isn't
How
it?
about
you
Huh?
How about
Those
you
are my
idiots
thoughts
work
exactly,
together?
Chalo.
Albert casts Mage Hand and tries to pull the axe up with the Mage Hand.
Just-
No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. I
Alright.
want to wave the wand around and see if there's any hidden items in our vicinity.
Awesome. So as you wave this wand in the air and give it a flick of the wrist, the handle goes warm and it starts to pulsate. There is definitely something hidden within the area you are in, and it points just to the base of the tree.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Base of the tree. Shit.
Disturbed earth.
So, let me ask you this, DM. I still have a spell that I have not learned from leveling up. Would you allow me to pick a spell now?
At a long rest, I would.
Okay.
A for effort, though.
Yeah, I wanted to pick up Comprehend Language to see what the fuck this tree says, but gentlemen, the wand is pulling towards the base of the tree.
And Miles, I messaged you on the side. If you would please respond.
I would like to look around the base of the tree.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. And do you know how this wand works, Zack?
I'm talking to Danny now.
Okay. Yeah, and Bazzlo, as you start taking a look around this tree, you do notice a specific spot, and it looks like there is earth has been disturbed here. It looks like someone has taken some kind of either rudimentary tools to dig at this spot.
Well, lads, it looks like whatever your fancy wand there was pointing at might be this. This could be a burial. Does anyone have anything to dig with?
I have my hands. Is it packed in or is it loose?
Is it hand-worthy? DM.
What do you mean? Is it hand work?
Could we dig it with our hands, or is there stone?
I mean, it's disturbed earth. I mean, if you want to dig at it with your hands, go for it.
Digging.
Okay. Well, I take my dagger in one hand, and I'd like to just scrape a bit off the top and see if there's anything just under the first layer of soil.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a. We'll go with a nature check. See how well you can
Digging
move nature
skills?
with your hands.
I can't persuade the dirt to move out of the way or anything.
No, you're not that good.
Play your flute at it.
I'll use my knife to try to. 16.
Rolls a nat
Awesome,
one,
yes.
stabs yourself in the hand.
So as you start to dig with your bare hands here, your nails. One of them does. You do get some cuts
My
on your
knife.
hand. So you're using your knife.
Yeah.
Dagger.
You said-
Well, I guess I could cut myself at that too.
Yeah. All right. So as you use your dagger to poke and prod here, you push it into the dirt and it hits a hard spot and slightly buries itself into something.
Oh, I've got something here, boys. I've struck something hard. Maybe a casket. Give me some help with this.
E Bapef, being familiar with the dirt, it's like, step aside, let me show you how this is done. And I just feverishly paw at it like a dog.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a nature check there, buddy.
10.
So yeah, as you start digging, you actually dig way too bit much. You start going out, let's say towards or behind you, and you start digging back. You see a small ridge though, but you just dig a hole deep into the ground for no reason. But you do see a nice little wooden one side of a wooden box.
Bapef, snapping out of his digging rage, finally stops and looks up and says, little miscalculation. That seems to be the edge of it right there.
And I help him try to uncover the edges.
Yeah, so as you guys uncover the edges here, you see a little wooden box. I would say, 8 by 8 inches or so. Actually, 8 by 12 inches. It's just a little wooden plain box with a latch on it.
Does any of you magical folks maybe have something to take a look at this? I'm a little nervous to open it.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
It's
Go for
everywhere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you're just going to Albert casts detect magic and feels the same putrid arcane energy all around him.
It doesn't feel any different than everything that's around us.
What is there anything else in that hole? Let's see if we can find the key for this thing.
I found something else, not in the hole.
Oh, we're busy. What is it?
What'd you find, Elzeiros?
Is it a key?
I'm gonna
Oh God, I hope
pull
so.
out I'm gonna pull out a dagger and show it to the group. It's made of bone and feels cold. Even through the cloth I picked it up with, it feels cold.
Oh, where'd you find that?
One of the druids had it on him when I was searching their corpses. I wanted to wait and see what would happen with the rest of the weapons before I brought it up to the group.
Well, I would say keep it separated by cloth for now, and when we find a safe place to rest, I can cast Identify on it and perhaps gain some more knowledge.
That
Talking
seems a
to
fair
you, is it?
compromise.
Say that again.
It's not talking to you, is it?
It's not talking to me, no. Is it talking to you?
Nope, no aim.
We're gonna
Check
cast
these days.
Identify when we get to a home base, Mike.
Bring it up then. So you have found a little box.
In this
All
box,
right.
it's not locked. It just has a latch. Right?
just has a latch.
If you guys want me to open it with Mage Hand, I could possibly do that if we're very concerned about it.
Yeah,
mean,
let's
I'm not-
let's
I'm
EOD this box because this tree is really
Yeah.
creeping me out.
All
I'm
right.
not good at opening things. Never goes
Albert
well.
takes a couple steps back and casts Mage Hand as a cantrip. And
I still think well.
the skeletal Mage Hand comes from Albert's hand and just appears, and then it slowly floats over to the box and attempts to open the box.
Yeah, the mage hand opens the box, and nothing magical happens.
You idiots.
Well, there's the Mage Hand would like to reach into the box. Is there anything the Mage Hand can get?
I mean, the mage hand does feel something inside of the box.
Is it cylindrical and throbbing?
No, it is just.
That's the mage hand.
It is. It feels like a book.
Albert immediately draws the Mage Hand back to his peripherals and tries to see what the book is.
So does Albert approach the box and pick up the book?
No, Albert picks up the book with the Mage Hand and brings the book towards him.
Okay, you see a book.
Albert's interest is piqued. Is there any writing on the book?
So on the cover of this leather book, you see steel hinges. On the front of it, pressed into the leather, there seems to be a raven, some kind of sigil with a raven imprinted on it.
Ooh.
Very good. Gentlemen, a book. Perhaps connected to our raven friends at the winery?
You know, for what it's worth, before we head back there, we might want to take a look at its contents, just in case.
Yeah, they never mentioned this.
You said metal hinges. Is it locked?
It's not. So you gotta inspect it, buddy. I'm not gonna just.
I'm asking you if it's locked. Tell me to do an inspection check.
Yeah, give me. Oh, are you going?
You want investigation, or you
Yes,
want arcane?
I want investigation.
What does 24 do?
Are you picking this up, or are you just looking at it from the ground? How are we
The
doing?
Mage Hand is holding it very close to me.
Very close to you. Got it. Yeah. So as you peer at the mage hand, again you see a metal latch, as well as metal, essentially hinges over the spine of the book here. You do see some kind of sigil into the little latch there as well that's been carved in. And on the front of it, again, you see a raven. The parchment looks quite old in this case. This book is very worn, but it is, or does seem to be an ancient tome of some sort.
So it's hinged, but it has a latch on it. Is it arcane locked? Or regular locked? Does it appear to be locked?
I mean, it appears to have a latch over it.
Here, if I cast my mage hand, maybe they can both privy that open.
Yes, good idea. I have a right mage hand cast.
my
I would
God.
like you to cast a left mage hand.
I whip out my left hand, extend it towards the other mage hand, and my mage hand approaches and grabs the other side of the book.
The book does not open.
Halbert casts knock on the book.
Nothing happens.
That's a good way to burn a second level spell slot.
You're just gonna have to get in there, Albert. You're gonna have to risk it.
I would like to ready counterspell as a reaction.
Ooh, now you're thinking.
Albert's very excited about a book, and seeing it as it hasn't blown up already, he's gonna have the mage hand hover over to him, and he will grab the book in his hands.
Awesome. As you grab this very dusty old tome, nothing happens. It just seems to be a book.
I blow the dust off of it, and I attempt to open it.
Awesome. As you attempt to open it, you see a little flicker of the arcane on the hinge, and as you take a look closer at the clasp, You notice that there was a warding glyph placed on this, but it seems to have been dispelled by someone previous to you. You begin to open the book, and it's written in a hand that you haven't seen before. It looks to be someone's shorthand. Within it, you do notice a familiar sigil, that of Strahd's, as you flip through the first couple of pages.
There is Strahd's sigil is in this book. It's written in shorthand, so it's, I'm assuming, incomprehensible to me.
Yes, at the moment.
So, gentlemen, tonight I have the ability to pick up another spell, and I might be able to make more sense of this. As for now, maybe search the direct area. I don't know. It said a druid that would pass on knowledge to us. We haven't met such a friend.
I look over to Chalo, and I take another look over at the axe, and I'm like, I'm just have a feeling if we knock this axe loose, something's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, but I think we need to remove this axe from this tree.
I could give it a tug.
And
Hey, why don't you strongmen work together to pull it out?
I am in the agreement, and I would like Chalo to assist me pulling this axe from this tree.
Albert,
Thank
before you guys pull this, Albert, I need an intelligence check, and then for those who are doing the axe in the tree here, give me a strength check with advantage.
Okay.
I'm standing back.
Chalo and Muru, right?
All the big
I'm
boys.
gonna use lucky on that,
The big strong boys.
and that's still shitty.
Jesus Christ.
I have it.
You
There's
both
there's
finally free this fucking axe from the tree because you all have moved it ever so slightly in a party with two pretty strength heavy people. You now have a battle axe, whoever wants it at the moment.
Definitely not for me.
Well, this weapon is not talking to me, and that's still a good reason as any to use it.
So far, so good. It's not talking.
Yeah. And
Very low bar for weapon choice.
Apologies, friend. I am quite new to swinging a weapon these days. Not previously
maybe-
in my repertoire.
maybe tonight we can go out back and do some sparring. I'll teach you
Barring, he
what to
says.
do.
All right, I may take you up on that.
I'm
After
assuming
this,
I got nothing with my 9.
No, I thought you said you were going to re-roll it.
I did, and it was just as shit. I rolled a 7 the first time, I luckied a 9.
Oh, gotcha. So your comment about the druid is just the face on the card, as what you deduce from that 9.
Now that the axe is removed, Bapef would like to place his hand on the tree and see if the energy emanating from it has changed.
Yeah, nothing has changed. The tree still feels quite evil in this case.
Look for the treasure there.
Probably the book.
Yeah.
Killing this poor guy.
So there's a way we can check. I can use the last charge of the wand and see if it still points in that area.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's that would be the last charge of the wand for the day.
Yeah, you're about to go to bed and learn a spell. Right?
For the
Might
day,
as well.
send it.
So I will go ahead and flick the last charge of the wand and see if the indication is still there.
Yeah, as soon as you flick that wand, you feel nothing. Nothing pulses, nothing moves within the 60 feet there.
It would seem that we have retrieved the item, at least that was close into our vicinity. What hour of the day is it, DM?
So you guys set out in the morning time. You trudged up Yester Hill. Was that, what, 3-4 miles away from the winery?
Got out pretty early.
Let's say it's around 1 o'clock.
It may be a good time to retreat back to the winery. I would recommend that we keep this book secret until we're able to perhaps gain some more knowledge from it, but perhaps giving them their crystal back would make them less vulnerable as a target moving forward.
That being said, Albert, I raised my eyebrow to him. I hate to suggest this, but this tree seems quite evil. It might not be best to just leave it.
I, of course, have fire, but I would assume, basing off the level of evil magic that I felt from it, that perhaps it would take more than fire to bring it down.
Well, why not try fire? What's the worst that could happen?
Worst that happens is it doesn't burn.
Worst that happens is worst that happens. Strahd wants the tree alive and teleports over here. But if that is what we want to do, I will take steps to be about 60 foot away or so. I would encourage the party to come with me. Come over here, gentlemen.
Follow.
I follow Albert, hefting the battle axe on my shoulder.
Did anybody loot the fallen soldier?
Nope, definitely did not.
Why don't you go check his pockets, E Bapef?
All right. E Bapef scurries up and takes a look at the corpse.
Yeah, it's just give me an investigation check.
8.
Awesome. Yeah, as you like sift through this thing's bones, you just see leather armor that's too tattered to be of any use to anybody. And again, it's really just a pile of bones.
Bapef stands up and scurries back, and as he's running back, he's like, "Nope, I didn't really see anything. That thing is pretty deteriorated." And then I immediately get behind Albert.
Awesome.
I don't like this thing with, I don't like a battle map if we're just trying to reduce, experiment, bud.
Yeah, so as you guys turn to walk away and cause this tree harm in that case, something in the air begins to shift and mold, and everything starts to come to life around you. 2 druids begin to step out of the woods, and I'm gonna go ahead and need you all to roll for initiative here in a second.
Who hurt the tree?
Let me roll
I think it was removing. Oh, okay. The intent.
Oh boy.
Just a little bit of blights. Don't.
Are you ready for him, Mike?
Now you guys can go ahead and roll. I have E Bapefs, nobody else's.
Oh.
Okay, I'll roll again. Thank you.
No, you get to keep that too.
Can I use
God
lucky
damn
on
it.
initiative?
And then
Can I use
Chalo.
lucky on initiative?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think that is
Yeah,
possible.
I think it's saving throws, attack rolls, and whatever. I don't. Yeah, you're probably right.
And skill
And
checks.
Elzeiros, I need you to go ahead and roll for initiative. Thank you.
It's done.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So as you all move to torch this tree, in that case, Elzeiros, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to go first in this case.
So do I get my firebolt off, or was it just as soon as it felt ill intent?
Ill intent.
Okay.
So you guys walked about 30 feet away or so from the base of the tree, and that's when it kicked off.
Well, at least it looks as evil as it sounded.
You know what? I will fight wood with wood. Let me use my bow. Double check this spell.
Do not pay attention to the initiative. Oh, actually, did it come over here? No, it didn't. Don't pay attention to the initiative order in the maps.
All right, I'm going to target Twig Blight L.
Okay.
Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, with Hail of Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bonus action to cast a spell, and then I shoot like normal. So let's do 2 attack rolls. Nope. Yep.
Yeah, the second one does hit.
All right. So Hail of Thorns.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, that's Hail of Thorns damage. Hold on, let me roll my bow damage. All right.
Awesome. So, as you just pin this twig blight to the ground, you just pretty much outright kill it. In that case.
Well, then I'm not going to cast Hail of Thorns. Actually, yeah. No, you know what? Hold on. I will, because it doesn't say they have to be alive.
No, you can. It's an AOE spell, is it not?
Yeah, I'm going to need each creature within 5 feet of where it was to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got it.
Wow, my spell save DC sucks. 13.
13. 2 fail. 1 passes. J and E fail.
Alright, that is 1d10 damage.
Roll for each of those. Okay, so J takes
And
3
then-
damage. And then E.
And then whichever one saved takes half damage.
Got it. E takes it.
Mike's like, God damn it, I should have built it in Sigil.
All right, perfect. Is that your turn?
That is indeed my turn.
All right, Needle Blight A is going to needle at you. Actually, we'll say A, B, and C all aim at you, Albert.
Uh-huh.
10 misses. 8 misses. 16 hits, correct?
Meets beats.
Okay, and you take 6 damage. These 3 of them shoot spines up out at you. 2 of them just kind of fly past you, and the last one pegs you square in the chest. And then D, E, and F are going to go ahead and attack you, Bazzlo. 17 hits. 9 misses. 16 hit, Bazzlo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you are going to take a total of 15 damage. And then A, B, C are going to move over here. There's so many of them. A, B, C, D. Alright, that is all the twig blights. Alright, Albert. You are going to take
Oh, please no.
3 attacks here. 14 misses. 7 misses. 1 hits for 17. And you take 3 damage from one of these twig blights as they lash out at you. Muurujin, that's going to be 2 of them swinging at you. A 14 misses. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, and you are going to take 4 damage. Bazzlo, you are going to take 4 swings from these little dudes here. 16 hits, 23 hits, 7 misses, 19 hits. So 3 hits. 6, 5. So you take 16 damage overall as these little twig blights run up at you and swarm you. In that case,
Is there a chance I can use a cutting words against one of those?
if you would like to, sure.
I don't know which one you want to pull it from, but
I mean, choose one.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, whoops.
The lowest rolling winner, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
they were all over like 20 for those. So let me see here.
Just J. Guess.
So all the ones that hit were 20, 23, and 23.
Okay. So I need to roll the die and subtract the number from the creature's roll.
Yes.
That would
So
be
we'll go with the
1d8.
20. 6. So 14. You can go ahead and add 5 health back to you, and you still
I
take
will
11
take
damage.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Not in Bardic.
Druid B is going to step up here and cast. It's going to go ahead and cast Entangle. Range. Elzeiros, E Bapef, Chalo, Bazzlo, I need a strength saving throw from all of you.
Woof.
Counter spell. At my last 3rd level.
All right, that's fine with me. Actually, go ahead and roll for it.
Oh, I have to roll for it?
Yeah, I believe so.
If it's the same
No,
level,
if
you
it's
don't.
the same level, it automatically, same or lower level, it automatically counterspells. If you cast a level 4 spell, he would have to roll for it.
Got it. All right, cool. Yeah,
My
go
last
ahead, burn
level
that
2
counter
spot.
spell, baby. So it's level 2?
No, it's a level 3.
Okay, got it. Chalo, it is your turn.
No. Oh, which way do I want to go? Let's go this way. 1, 2. I'm just move right here. Bonus action. I'm gonna rage. And I'm gonna look at the spear and see. All right, let's see what you're made of. And I am going to recklessly attack.
And it is just a spear for you for right now. You know that, right?
Okay. Want to play the last paragraph?
I can't hear you.
You have to talk
Hello?
near your mic.
Hello.
Yes, I can
How's
hear
that?
you now.
Do you, if you want to do it that way, we can do it that way. But if you, at the image I sent you, if you see the last paragraph, that's what the only part, as I understand, would be that I'm not able to utilize. So I would be able to do the first part of it, not the second part of it.
Let me read real quick. Actually, do you? Hold on one second. Requires attunement. Look at the top.
You gotta sit through it with a long rest.
Yep. So it is just a spear.
So it is just a spear.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm done. Still gonna. I don't know that, so I'm just gonna start. Guess this time I'm not gonna swing. I'm gonna be poking, or lancing. At, and then which one did I say? At Twig Blight C.
Cool. Definitely hits. Is that okay? Yeah, you're good. Your +5 is your weapon, right? Like
Yeah,
yours.
that's just base. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
19 hit.
Yeah, 19 hits. How do you kill this little twig blight?
Okay, then I'm gonna Twig Blight J.
That definitely is. How do you kill these two twig blights?
Take that, Twig Blights.
Original.
And then, I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got it.
And move here. And that attack of opportunity is with advantage.
All right, natural 20. And you take 10 damage, so halved. 5. Awesome. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
It is E Bapef.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Bapef is going to. You guys are going to see Bapef let me look this up so I can do it right. Yeah, pull out a drop of water from his component pouch, drip it on his hand, start murmuring some druidic words, and turn his hand upside down. The drop of water falls on the ground, and a mass of water starts very rapidly pooling in front of him. Keeps forming to form a 10-foot wide wall and comes crashing down. How can I do that?
1
You
by
send me the
2.
spell so I can read it.
It's tidal
Right.
wave. It's 10
Yeah,
foot
just
wide,
seems-
30 foot long. I can't draw the square for some reason at a diagonal. But I'm going... Oh, there it goes. There's the 5-foot square. 30 foot long. So it's either going to hit D or hit C. I think I'm going to hit
Push the
C
C.
instead of D. Yeah. So they need to pass a... Dexterity saving throw, Dex 14.
Cool. And that's E.
C, E, and B.
Druid saves. C and E fail.
That is 20 damage if they fail, 10 if they pass. If they fail, they are knocked prone.
Roll the damage for each one of them.
Okay. first one's 20, then 19, then 12.
All right, awesome. So C and E are both gone. And then B takes half. If it fails, he's knocked prone, correct?
If he fails, he's knocked prone. If
If
he passes,
not, okay.
he's not.
Awesome. Does that go away after it's cast or no?
Yes, it immediately disperses while extinguishing any flames that were there, but there are none.
Perfect. Is that your turn?
That is it.
Awesome. Vine Blade is turn.
It's okay. They got the pally over there. Fine.
All right,
Okay.
Albert, you are grappled and you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Don't like
And
that.
until the end. So if you don't break the grapple, you will take 1d8 at the beginning of each of your turns, just as a heads up.
Okay. Well, at the beginning, so I'll take 1d8 here in about 2 seconds, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Let's see. I think she's dead, right? Yeah, we killed C. Boom. All right, Albert, it is your turn.
Give me
Go
my
ahead.
d8. Or what's my
Yeah.
saving throw? Do I have one?
Go ahead and so you will take the first initial. So you are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage, and then grapple ends. So you can use your action to try to break it, and I need a strength saving throw.
No, I'm just going to bonus action Misty Step over the fuck here.
Perfect.
That's Muurujin. I'm going to bonus action Misty Step my ass over to here, and then I need to build a fucking circle because you're pissing me off, Mike.
My man, you were there, and
Uh-oh.
One,
Protractor time.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good right there.
That's not bad.
So, what do you want, Mike? I need
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 damage rolls.
So 8d6 times 9.
Yeah, just roll. Click the button 9 times, please.
Sigil's gonna make that glorious.
Yeah, it's lags.
Yeah, that's
There
all
we
good.
go.
Because it's actually doing the dice roll animations.
Yeah, did we figure out how to turn that off? I thought we did.
Yeah, I think you can turn that off.
You can
Just-
I think if you do it straight from like the game log, it doesn't do the animation.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
just click
let
the
me
roll
try
dice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do though is
Okay.
pick the dice you need to roll.
Yeah, so they all fucking failed. So I'm gonna go ahead and say at least all the twin blights are dead for sure. Because I don't think you can roll less than all the twin blights die.
You wanted 8 rolls or 9?
9.
Alright. There you go. Let me mark off a second level for Misty Step and a third level for Firebow. And that is my turn.
Cool. And it is Bazzlo's turn.
Seeing as That situation took care of itself. I will just go ahead and swing at Twig Blight D. Three hit.
Mm-hmm.
Or 10.
Awesome.
And then I'll use my dagger after I cut that guy down for Twig Blight H and see if I can't hit him with my offhand. Oh, wait. Don't I need to subtract something from that? So that wouldn't be the 5, it's just 10, right?
10, correct, yeah. And that misses.
Misses, okay. And those are my actions, so that'll be my turn.
Awesome. Everybody in the square needs to do a strength saving throw.
25 square foot?
Hold on.
Jesus.
Fuck off.
I believe Elzeiros and I get a +2 because of my aura protection.
I still fail hard.
The power of friendship.
So you are restrained. Muurujin.
I have
Is
a
that just
17.
all the time?
Yes.
Say that again.
Nice.
Bazzlo, I need you to go ahead and roll as well.
What do I need to do?
You should be. I mean, yeah. Put here. Strength saving throw.
That's things that
All right. You are also restrained. And that's his turn. Muurujin.
Alright, I'm gonna smack Twig Blight B with the weapon.
That hits.
Okay, here's the Damahe.
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay. And then I will swing at Twig Blight G with my second attack.
Perfect. That does not hit.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15. I am going to take an attack of opportunity running from Twig Blight G and close the distance to the Druid A.
You take 6 slashing damage from Twig Blight G.
Okay.
Alright. Elzeiros.
Well, I guess it's stabby stab time.
So G and H.
Yep. Maybe.
That misses.
Alright.
That hits.
Alright, we'll say I'm
Which
going
one?
after H.
H. Okay.
10 damage.
Is that your turn?
That is indeed my turn.
Got it. 6 slashing damage from this little thing. And then D and F are both going to attack Bazzlo. Hits. 2 hits. Bazzlo, you take 12, or excuse me, 13 piercing damage from both D and F.
Ah.
Alright, it is Druid B's turn. Here. Cast Thunder. It should just be E Bapef and Albert.
What's the check? Strength?
Hold on. I need you both to give me a con saving throw. Bapef, you pass.
Natty boy 20.
Both. There you go. But you will still take. All right. So you, Bapef, take half of 11, and you, Albert, take half of 13.
Oh. Round down or round up?
Round down.
It's always
6.
down. 6. Cool. And Chalo, it is your turn.
I'm gonna look at the needle blight in front of me and start poking.
Poke away.
Oh, here comes 2. I forgot I'm doing this. Well, we'll just do that.
25 hits. Perfect. And you kill Needle Blight D. How do you murder this Needle Blight?
These needle blights are like little forest twigs compared to my spear, and it just slices right through it.
Yeah, as you swing with that spear, you feel heat, like a nice warm heat, come across your hands as you use this spear to murder things.
1, 2, 3, 4. Use my second attack on this guy.
Hits. Is that your turn?
And that's my turn.
Bapef.
I am going to cast Shillelagh as a bonus action and just smack Druid B. First, I'm going to move a little bit, and then I'm going to do that. That's a 13 to hit.
13 is.
I'm going to swing, miss, and now that I've missed, I'm going to stay here and shout to Albert, back from this one. I've got him. And that's my turn.
Awesome. And Albert, it is your turn.
So is these, and you don't have to answer, is this spell on Elzeiros and Bazzlo a concentration spell via Druid A?
It is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like to cast a magic missile on Druid A for 3 concentration checks.
Okay.
And roll that.
2 passes.
If he gets below a 10, he's fucked. because I can't
Yeah.
roll damage high enough.
Yeah, he rolled 19, 20, and 21.
All right, he wins, but he also takes 8 points of damage. Okay, and that's my turn.
Bazzlo.
And I can't move.
You are
It's a full action to free
restrained.
myself, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just going to, if I wanted to pull out my spell focus, my flute, is that also an action, or can I use my bonus action to put away
It's
my...
bonus action.
Okay, so I'll use a bonus action to pull out my flute. And then I'm just going to cast your favorite spell, Vicious Mockery, on Druid B.
Awesome.
I saw the twitch and Mike's.
So,
God damn it!
and I'm going to say my druid's much stronger than your druid.
And the druid, being wise in the ways of the woods, rolls a 17 for a saving throw.
Oh, Jesus. I put my flute back down and stand there as my turn ends.
Very good. It is Druid A's turn, and is actually going to drop concentration and cast Thunder Wave at the second level. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Muurujin.
Okay.
Constitution, excuse me, not cons.
So that's a 10.
Gotcha. So you are going to take 19 damage and be knocked prone. Here.
Gosh.
And that is Druid A's turn. But it is also your turn, Muurujin.
Okay. So I'm going to stand up and lose half of my movement, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will use Lay on Hands on myself as a bonus action. And I will heal myself for 20.
Can I give a pro tip?
Yeah, I was about to say with his.
So,
Yeah.
Muru, you can use it however you want. Lay on hands, you can do as many times as you want during the day, and you can
Right,
use as
it's a
many hit
maximum
points
pool.
as you want during the day. So to min-max it, the best way, or not maybe the best way, but situationally the best way to do it, is to use it to use one hit point heals to revive people. And then you
Okay.
have 20 revives.
30. I didn't use 100%.
Or
of
however
my-
many you're... Yes,
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, that's good to know that I can run up to someone.
You can bring somebody up from 0 hit points to 1 hit point just to reset the fucking death counter, and then just...
Correct.
Yep.
That being said, if we're in a situation where you have to do that 30 times, we're all dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can
Yep.
you can still use some of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna start swinging at this druid here.
Alrighty.
Okay. That
misses.
looks like a miss. That also looks like a miss.
It is indeed.
All right. Well, then, since I'm out of actions and bonus actions, that is my turn.
Elzeiros.
Well. It's just me and Twigblight. I'll do bonus action mark and then swing away.
Yeah, that hits. And that kills it.
All right. And then I will end my turn.
Got it. And it is the last Needle Blight's turn here. And he is keeping with tradition, going to just shoot at you again, Bazzlo. 7 misses. And he misses. And
Aha.
it is now Druid B's turn.
you do to these druids and blights, Bazzlo?
And they just don't like when I mock them.
There's all these warriors out here, but look, there's a bard.
Kick his ass.
All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and need E Bapef and Bazzlo to give me a con saving throw.
Would
Druid
Sentinel
climb over
proc
the
on
tree.
that? It's kind of a weird one.
It's gonna hit you first. I mean, I guess it would, but we got to get through this to see if you can even proc the Sentinel because you will go flying.
What's the
Said con
save?
saving.
Yes, con.
Is Sentinel for attacks,
Oh, God.
not spells?
Sentinel's a reaction attack to them attacking somebody other than you. but I
Immediately
believe
after
it's
a
melee
creature
attack.
within 5 feet either takes a disengage or hits a target other than you with an attack.
I think it has to do it first.
No, it has to do it first for sure.
Yeah.
But is a spell attack considered an attack?
That's
I
what
would
I'm
say
trying to
yes. It
understand.
doesn't specify melee attack. It just
Nah,
says
it just
an
says
attack.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, you are knocked prone and take 21 damage. Bapef, you take 5 damage, and go ahead and
I'm down.
got it. Go ahead and make your Sentinel attack on Druid B.
All right, 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
6 damage.
Got it.
Sorry, I did my
Chalo.
job as a tank.
Chalo.
I'm
Chalo.
gonna quit.
Chalo. He's from LA.
Yeah.
Chalo Morimoto.
Try to finish this guy off in front of me. Oh, God, I love that.
Critty boy.
You do be critting.
Awesome.
15 damage.
Yeah, thing's dead.
I want to take a look at both the druids. Which one's looking a little worse for the wear?
And they look both about even.
What was that?
They look
They
even.
look even? All right, I'm going to focus on this guy that just hit my friend Bazzlo. I'm just going to move a couple steps closer, look at this spear and be like, oh, please don't fail me now. And I'm actually going to throw it.
Hucky chuck at football.
18 hit?
Yeah, 18 hits.
It does? I can't hear you, sorry. 4, 6 damage.
Got it.
And then I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement to move right up to it, and that's my turn.
Bapef.
I am going to take another melee swing at this guy. Oh. 12 to hit. Misses. I'm going to, now that Chalo is here, give him a head nod so you can handle this, and I'm going to take an attack of opportunity and start booking it to the tree.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12 does not hit.
That's my turn.
Albert.
Albert's gonna shoot. Well, let me ask you this: can I pour holy water as a bonus action?
I mean, yeah.
It's like feeding a potion to somebody, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd like to shoot a firebolt at the tree.
Mhm.
You want me to roll to hit?
Yes.
11 to hit.
Awesome. The firebolt hits the tree and just kind of dissipates.
And then I would like to walk up to the tree, and I would like to pour Theron's holy water at its roots.
All right, cool.
And that's my turn.
Perfect. And it is Bazzlo. Go ahead and roll for your death saving throws.
Oh shit, Bazzlo is knocked. Damn it.
Yeah. Roll. That's pretty good. Heck yeah, success.
All right, and with the thunder waves, Muurujin, Albert, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Is Albert 10 feet from me, being diagonal like that?
He's a ruler.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm within 10 feet.
Okay. Well, then you
Yeah.
get +2, Albert, to your saving throw.
Con saving
Yep.
+2, whatever I get. So that's 16.
I got 17.
So you take 9 damage, Albert, and you take 5 damage, Muru.
Okay.
That is already halved.
Albert starts breathing heavy.
And Muurujin, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep swinging at this druid till he's not in front of me anymore.
Let her rip.
All right, it's a 22.
hits.
Right. On top of that, I'm going to use my once per long rest Paladin Smite.
Searing.
So let me do that as well. Yes.
The druid still stands.
All right, then I will swing again.
That hits.
All right.
Yeah. How do you murder this druid? I guess how do you smite this druid? You don't do murdering anymore.
Yep. So as I raise this newfound battle axe, I bring it down onto his shoulder where it meets his neck, and the druid screams out in pain as a second seeming divine axe follows in its path and slices him in two.
And you hit smoke. And Elzeiros, it is your turn, unless you want to move.
Yes, I'm not done, so I'm going to 10, 15, 20. I'm going to use a Channel Divinity as my bonus action and cast Turn the Tide. And so every target I choose within 30 feet, if they are less than half health, they get this heal. E6 plus 2. So that. I don't know if I have to roll this individually.
Yep, everybody. Unless it
Okay.
says differently.
So that one's for Elzeiros. If he is lower than half, he get 3 health. This one's for Bazzlo. Get 5 health. Oh, Chalo's close enough. This is for Chalo. If he's below half health, you get 5. E Bapef, if you're below half health, you get 6. And Albert, if you are below half health, you get 3.
Thank you, sir.
And that is the end of my turn.
Awesome. Now it's your turn, Mr. Elzeiros.
All right, we're going to bonus action mark.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do you know what time it is?
Stabby stab time.
That hits. How do you
Or
heal
13
this
damage
druid?
total.
How does he die?
You know what? Seeing our supposedly good character just cleave a dude in half with a battle axe, I'm going to just gently, little rapier in the chest. Just make it quick.
Awesome. A mercy killing, if you will. With that, combat is over, and we will go ahead and take a 5-minute break. So the dead druids and the blights lay all around you all, and the Gulthias tree stands tall. What do you want to do?
Bapef is gonna walk up to Albert. Hey, you had the right idea, and I'm gonna reach into my backpack and pull out the bullseye lantern and show him, be like, this thing's got a full thing of oil in it, ready to go.
If we are still determined to burn down this tree, that will probably definitely help us. Does
Before we
anybody
go,
have anything to say about this?
yes, hold on. Let's get Bazzlo up so he can get the fuck out of here with
He's
us.
up.
I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good.
oh, he's up. Sorry,
Yeah, I
missed
healed
that.
him.
Never mind.
Could we maybe try? Can anyone remove a curse from an object?
Bazzlo can at level 3. I don't have it prepped, I don't think.
They're on good.
I remember we used to have scrolls of remove curse. Does anyone have one of those left in their inventory?
I think all of them were used. I don't have remove curse prepared. If we wanted to sleep on it, that's something I could do, but
Do we feel it's cursed, or do we feel it's just genuinely evil?
from the evil, or from the magic I felt from it earlier, it felt evil. But perhaps that is just a mask.
Paladin, you got any thoughts on that? On the other of the two?
Well, if it's tainted beyond redemption, it must be purged.
Classic paladins.
Yeah, listen, I'm not I'm not adept at the holy magic myself, but I have been educated on it a bit. Do you have detect good and evil, to where you could figure out the true intent of this tree?
Listen,
Because
I'm not
of,
the. Go ahead, Muru.
oh, I was gonna say, even if I did, I would not be of any use at this point, for I am spent.
Listen. I may not be the most magically adept here, but I'm getting a pretty good feeling this thing's bad. It's evil.
What if we
Also,
chop
take
it down?
note how Danny explained not having any spell slots, everybody.
If they attack us again and we mess with this thing, that could go pretty bad.
Yeah, also, if we leave it here, they're probably going to return. In
That sounds
some
like something else.
capacity. In some capacity, these druids more than likely will return, having this source of their power being here. They're clearly quite...
Well,
it's tied to Strahd. I would say anything tied to Strahd is beyond redemption.
I would say many of us are very spent right now. We do seem to have picked up the treasure, at least for the immediate area, via the wand and via the fortune told to us. Maybe it is best to go back down to the bottom and gather more information and come back here.
I don't think that's a good idea. You understand this, me being a druid and all. This tree is clearly very important to them. If they had any means of defending it left, they would use it right now.
If news got to Strahd of us trying to mess with this tree.
We've already tried to mess with it. I don't think they have anything left up their sleeves.
The man brings up a good point.
That is fair. I hope it's not to our demise, because if they don't have anything to back it up with now, what would they back it up with later?
Strahd. This might be a source
And if
of power
Strahd was
for him.
here, that would leave other locations vulnerable, correct?
Yeah, but that would work with the other locations as well.
So, what are you suggesting? You want to try to burn it now?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have another chance.
Well, if you saturate it with oil, I can give it a spark.
Anybody, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Might as well.
Well, I don't have any oil, but
Get
E
back a
Bapef
little
begins to dump the bullseye lantern's oil at the base of the tree and up on some of the branches and stuff in a way that should help light it.
Awesome. So you guys are gonna go ahead and light it on fire.
Yep.
Gonna stand far away and
roll for initiative.
flick a firebolt at it. I suppose, if that's what the team wants to do.
All right. So the tree catches fire rather quickly, racing up the spiraling bark with unnatural hunger. Instead of normal flames, the fire burns with a strange purplish blue hue. The blood seeping from the trunk scars ignites with an explosive pops, sending showers of sparks and embers into the air. The terrible groaning sound, like wood being twisted beyond its breaking point, fills the air as the tree seems to writhe in agony. Copper-colored leaves don't burn, but rather curl and blacken before crumbling into ash that floats upward in spiraling patterns. Most disturbing of all, the carved symbols begin to glow with an intense white heat as the fire passes over them, each one flaring brilliantly before going dark forever. Some symbols, when consumed by the flame, release small shockwaves that ripple through the air and cause the ground to tremble beneath the party's feet. From deep within the trunk, a sound that chills the blood. Something begins to scream and sigh, echoing centuries of malevolence. The roots at the base pull and twist, breaking free from the soil as if trying to escape the consuming flame. The mighty tree collapses on itself, and a final burst of energy erupts from its core, sending a pillar and strange purple-blue flame shooting up towards the sky. For just a moment, or for those watching, might glimpse shapes in the fire, faces contorted in rage or release. When the blaze finally subsides, nothing remains but the stump of the tree, the ground beneath it, strangely cool to the touch despite the inferno that had just consumed it.
I was a little worried there for a second that tree could have possibly been sealing something away. Good thing it's not there anymore.
Good riddance.
Can I do a quick Arcana check to see if I feel a difference?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, so as you feel the waves of the arcane around you, some evil still lurks in this area, but not nearly as immense a power as it was before.
Gentlemen, it feels like perhaps we've done something. I won't say good or bad because our record of good versus bad has not fared well so far. But the magic seems less intense for the moment. Who knows how long it will take this tree to regrow, if it will ever regrow. But I think it would do us a good service to perhaps get back down, unless there's anything else we want to look at.
Well, I just don't know how this book ties into it, but I hope it doesn't affect us poorly in the future.
So, again, nobody mentioned anything about the book
Yes.
until I have a chance to look it over. tomorrow morning I will have my new spell and start to do that process. But as for now,
That
we
being
shouldn't mention
said,
the book.
I definitely agree on not mentioning the book, but perhaps we can. I hate that we're treating these people as if they're our enemies, but we need to be certain of anyone. We've learned that the hard way. But perhaps mentioning the burning of the tree will get them to say something about the book.
I would say put it in our back pocket, and perhaps say we only first visited the first camp and see how they respond.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
At
We should
most,
play the
saw the tree. We don't
conversation
have to mention
slowly.
we burned it.
Right. We'll just see how they react once we return with a new Muurujin.
Bazzlo?
Lips are sealed.
What? No, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, if it comes to it, we don't have to mention the burning of the tree. We just mentioned that maybe we saw it and avoided it, or even just saw it in general, and maybe that would spark a conversation of them mentioning the book.
Exactly. And play reactions, and let's see how they react. Let's not give them our full hand. As much as I would like to trust these people, it would seem there's not many trustworthy people in this endeavor.
Unfortunately, I hate to be so skeptical as well, but I agree. Must be done.
Yes.
All right, then. We're ready to head back down?
More than ready.
All right.
So we took out a tree monster. Just to summarize, we took out a tree monster. We got their green gem. And we saw a big tree and let them lead us from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's all we'll say.
Correct. Yeah. You've done the land.
I just want to
of
make
the-
a note that I pick up my spear from the body at which I hurled it at before we head out.
God, I gotta pick up the spear.
If you forgot that
Elzeiros-
and Mike made you forget it.
I probably would have done it. Yeah, I probably would have made you try to come back. Elzeiros, are you trying to uncurse something particularly, or was it just the tree?
That was the tree. I was idle curiosity.
Got it. Makes sense. Perfect. So we are going to leave Yester Hill then, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes,
So the trudge back down the mountain. I will say, as you all begin to walk past the carrying stones, you do notice that the thunderstorms up above have subsided. No lightning strikes the ground here, and everything seems eerily calm. Whatever you might have done today, it does seem you have rid Barovia of at least a slight evil at this point in time. But only the passage of time will tell. As you begin to come down the slopes of Yester Hill, coming back on the road, you all notice a black carriage sitting and waiting for you. Atop it sits elf that might seem familiar. You're about 100 yards away or so. As you see this, what would you all like to do?
Says it looks familiar.
Yes.
What do the
Elf
wheels
in
of the
black
carriage
carriage?
look like?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check or a perception check, actually. And we will say that the trudge down Yester Hill, because it is quite a large fucking area, a good sized hike, we'll say. It's around 5 o'clock now, especially after your shenanigans. The sun does seem to be setting earlier and earlier as it is the winter months here in Barovia. Bapef, with that perception check, you just notice that the carriage seems to be made of wood, as most carriages of this time period would be, and the wheels themselves are, of course, made of wood. But everything is a pitch black color.
Gentlemen, do we recognize this? Anybody?
This isn't our friend's carriage, is it, that we rode in on?
I feel like I've seen that elf
no.
at least once before.
Yeah. As
I
you all
every
sit there
elf-
and ponder, the elf does lift his hand. What you could be mistaken for as a wave, perhaps a beckon.
Oh, if you guys recognize them, my eyes aren't what they used to be.
I'm
Let's
just gonna
focus.
say that don't remember meeting an elf I liked in recent memories.
That was me, right?
Except for you, right?
Oh, okay.
Except for your party member.
Yeah. No, but just like not generally speaking, like over the past few days and weeks, I haven't seen any elves that I've made new friendships with or struck me as good.
Yeah, me either. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk
it
up
like-
to the carriage.
You guys are gonna begin to walk up to the carriage.
Slowly and
Awesome. So who's gonna lead the way here on this one?
We can lead the way. It's a fellow elf.
Yeah, absolutely, fellow elf.
he's
So
our tank.
Yeah, he's the new tank.
I mean, those creatures weren't too smart, so they just kept attacking what they attacked first. I'll just put it that way. So as you begin to approach the carriage, Bazzlo, with your compatriots in tow, you begin to in the back of your mind hear what seems at first a soft wailing in the distance. As you begin to grow closer and closer, the screams begin to fill first your head and the rest of your heads. Just this cacophony of screaming. Just before you come up to the carriage, you all begin to recognize a face from a dinner not a couple of nights ago, and Radin sits on top of this carriage. As you get closer, the screams begin to subside and then all together go quietly. And Radin, what you know as Strahd's man, sits here in front of you with open arms, looking to at least treat with you.
I put my hands up.
remember you.
Put my hands up to slow the party as we approach, and I call out as I recognize him. Is that you, Radin? What are you doing out here?
Gentlemen, I'm just here to pass off an invitation, nothing more.
What sort of invitation?
I would not know I could not say on my master's desires, but I do have a letter here for you.
Oh, great.
Great, another dinner party.
Alright, well, does this letter involve any of our deaths in the near future?
Again, I won't pretend to speak for my master. If you would like to read it, by all means, I will hand it to you. I just know that I do come in peace, and I do not wish to harm any of you.
I walk up and I snatch it as I make eye contact with him. And
What
back
a
away.
rude little fellow, as well as tone deaf.
Yeah, well, you're not so kind yourself as to how you and maybe your master have been treating us, so...
I mean, you're the
excuse
one
my
who have
rudeness.
come to our lands. You could at least adopt some of the local customs.
Well, I didn't
Don't
come
be
here,
coy
but
with us.
weren't
We were
exactly
tricked into
invited.
coming here.
we don't
Yeah.
want to be here.
Tricked, so you came. It really matters not to me.
Apparently not anymore.
Well, gentlemen, I will leave you to yourselves. If you do decide to adhere or come to, we will be waiting. Just know that.
Waiting where?
You will see.
Right, well,
Any
go
questions?
ahead and take it. If my party doesn't have any, you can take your nasty screaming sounds with you.
Oh, gentlemen, I just wish you would all take a deep breath and relax.
I'm feeling very relaxed. Anyone want to ask this chap anything? I've got no questions for him.
I have
Let me
a
ask you
strange
this.
feeling he's going to be vague and cryptic.
What is your wish?
What is my wish?
What is your wish?
Don't really have a wish at the moment, so why are you being so cryptic?
No, how long has your non-wish been existent? When is there last time there's been anything you wanted to do?
I see that you're trying to be intelligent, as you would put it.
No.
Could you please
question.
restate the question to make some sense?
How long have you been Strahd's man?
For as long as I can remember.
And that makes you happy?
It seems to have done me well, I will say.
What does he do for you?
It matters not.
Sounds like an abusive relationship to me.
Sounds pretty one-sided.
As you wish, gentlemen. I do hope you all have a good night. Hopefully it is restful.
No, I hope yours is
That's
not
supposed to
restful.
be.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Ridin silently just gives the reins a tug. The black horses snort out steam in the misty air, and he begins to trot off down the road.
Despite that man's pleasantries, I can't help but wanting to hit him in the face.
I think we'll get our chance someday, lads. Don't worry. I turn to the party with letter in hand and ask, does anyone want to read over this, or shall I open it?
I might as well read it as a group.
I don't even know if I want to read it, to be honest.
With a sigh, I open it and toward the party, and we all take a look at what's in the letter.
Awesome. I'm just going to go ahead and post that in the chat here.
Well, that was fast.
Was really fast.
I was gonna say.
3 nights. Another dinner invitation. I knew it.
Any chance we can become ready to fight the man in 3 days?
I
don't know.
highly doubt he'll allow
No.
us to even enter his premise with weapons.
We need to have a better plan going to this dinner party. We knew how the last one turned out.
I honestly, coming into a vampire's or going into a vampire's castle, just as it never seems to bode well for anyone.
Well, Chalo, I know this is above your intelligence level, so I just have to say, I think we're playing at a much higher level game here than that. As much as I'd like to join you to cut his head off.
However, think of this. This might work in our favor. If he considers us worth acknowledgement, maybe he'll just let us leave. We are trying to just leave, right?
I am not meeting that man and not trying to kill him.
I agree. Either we're going next time I see that man, it is because I want to kill him. I am not walking into his house where he is the most powerful, unarmed.
I don't think it's a bad idea to meet up with him.
Well,
Well, you
Not
saw
there.
last time.
Not
He, I believe he's able to travel at.
Listen,
not there.
as
Not
we
there.
sit now and as we met him last time, it wouldn't be anything for him to destroy us, correct?
We're not in control.
Do we
right
agree
now.
on this? And if it is no effort for him to destroy us, what is the harm in going to his house? other
Yeah,
than
chance of
gaining
being
intel
Yes.
on perhaps how to further our plan moving forward.
That being said, it is quite disturbing how quickly he can find us. We need to be on the lookout for a way to hide from him. I know Rictavio has a way, but we need to find one too.
Well, has been explained to us, he's pretty much able to keep an eye out on his realm. And other than
power.
magical means, we will not be able to guard ourselves from him.
Right, we need to
also,
find
that
a
has
way.
been described to us. If he doesn't find you amusing, he will get rid of you. Perhaps meeting him for dinner will make us more amusing to him, and perhaps give us more time to come up with a solution to the issue we have at hand.
I just don't think Strahd's going to be as reasonable as you think he is.
I don't think he's going to be reasonable at all. I think he's going to bring us to dinner just to show us how powerful he is. But
Which is why we don't
maybe
take the bait.
something
How is
slips.
he gonna
If he
do that?
wanted to come out here and kill us today, he could. What harm could going to dinner with him be?
Yeah, look, we took the
Of a
bait
lot-
by initially
Of a
attacking.
lot of harm. As I
Our
understand
deaths.
it, the last dinner party you guys got invited to led to some pretty awful.
Alright, how about this though? Say we don't go to the dinner party. The only way we would be able to do that effectively is to find a way, magical or otherwise, to hide from him in the event that we don't go. Otherwise, he's just going to come get us.
All we have is a tower.
Better
to
he
go
come get
stay.
us than us walk right in.
True.
Is it?
I want to hear what he has to say. I think last time we went guns blazing, or what shall I say, clubs blazing and knives blazing.
And last time two parties were pitted against us, and we chose what we thought was the correct party. We know what we're going to dinner with is the incorrect party.
I don't
I think the
honestly
only
don't
thing
think
we
there's
can
only one party at this dinner,
Conceive is to gather information.
too. Right.
Perhaps this could be an infiltration opportunity for us to get information. As Albert said.
And to get the
somebody can-
lay of the land.
Yes.
I do have a spell that allows me to spy on a location I am familiar with. So becoming familiar with the location could provide us an advantage.
You're gonna have to hold that heat in, Chalo. I think you boys have to. We have to go to this dinner party.
I just don't.
Or we
I just
could
don't think it's a
split
good
up.
idea.
I suppose there could be a number of us that go to the dinner party and a number of us that wait outside or wait here or wait in town.
It's true.
PPS, come all together or not at all.
Mark's like, I'm not DMing both of that shit.
I have a strange feeling we're all gonna have to make up minds up.
Suddenly, something washes over me, boys. I think we all have to go.
No, but in all seriousness, if one of you does not want to go, by all means.
I think
I don't not want to go. I'm just worried
Don't
about
wanna
what will
go
happen when
either.
I do go.
Oh, Paladin, what do you think of stepping foot in the undead's domain?
I'm torn because one of the tenets of my oath is to deal with the consequences of my actions, and burning the tree is the consequence of said action. The other tenet is courage, and I must be willing to do what needs to be done for the sake of order. So if I go, does my oath compel me to attack Strahd? So I am facing quite an internal dilemma at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for playing a good paladin. Thank you.
Well,
I say we
either
arm
way.
wrestle for it.
That being said, we are all quite spent. Perhaps we can sleep on this and discuss
Also,
it in a safer location.
We also have 3 days to decide and a few more things to gather and take care of. We can prepare more and then make a decision in a few days.
Very true.
Well, if that is the case, we should head back to the winery to meet up with them. That is, as far as we know, a safe haven for us to sleep. It's not too far away, and perhaps we can gain some more information while we're there.
Has that wagon left yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
wagon's gone. Yeah, Radin trotted off into the misty air.
Would have been nice to get a ride.
So we begin hiking back towards the winery.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yes.
You all come back up across the winery. Everything seems to be calm this evening as you approach the winery in this case. You walk up and you do see the barrels out front. You do see their children running around outside a little bit, and you come up on the winery, and Damien meets you out front. And, gentlemen, how good to see you back so soon and relatively unscathed. Some of you look a little worse for the wear, but still here, I see.
I'm still here.
Quite the understatement. We are quite worn.
Damien, if perhaps we could go inside to speak.
I mean, by all means, let us sit. Sir, are you looking for a place to stay again for the night?
Looking for perhaps, yes. Also looking for somewhere private to discuss matters.
I mean, by all means, come on in. He leads you into the dining room that you all are quite familiar with. The table isn't quite set as it was when he was expecting you all, but there does seem to be a couple bottles of wine and some goblets out. What is it you wish to speak on, Albert?
There's a few things, Damien. The first of which is you said you were missing an emerald greenstone.
Yes. Why do you ask?
Would it perhaps be this one?
As you produce the stone, Damien's face looks mighty relieved in this case, and where did you find it? Where was this?
We found it with the Druids. They were using it in a wood statue of Strahd to complete a ritual.
I guess I could have guessed. It's just good to see it. May I have it, please?
I look at the party to see if anybody declines.
Yeah. They've helped us and sheltered us. I think it's the least we can do.
I simply just
Damien-
nodded, Albert.
Yeah, and Damien rather abruptly snatches it from your hands, Albert. You can tell that he's quite excited about this. Gentlemen, I don't think you understand how much this means to the people of Barovia, not just myself. I really do appreciate it. That does leave just one stone left. I don't know if you have designs on helping me further, but I can't tell you how much this means to us.
Do I remember correctly? In the third stone may be left in the wizard tower, or is that incorrect?
That's incorrect.
I think it was a hag.
Or is it with the hag? Okay. As far as that, we're glad to return it to you, I believe, as I glance at everybody. And we certainly appreciate the help from you as well.
Absolutely. I hope we keepers can, come to a mutual agreement with your adventuring party. You have made it further than most, I will say, in this land. What of Yester Hill? What happened?
Well, we went up there. We were assaulted by, well, technically we assaulted druids first, and then we were attacked henceforth. They were doing a ritual around a statue of Strahd, with your stone being the center of it.
And what of
After
that wretched tree?
Some
yes,
tree.
the tree we have burnt down.
Burnt? Is it completely gone?
The stump remains, but it has been burnt down to the stump.
Well, that's great. It's great to hear. Maybe the hill will become something less demonic and evil in this case.
I kind of glance at my party members real quickly, and I don't know if this is a stealth check, but I kind of want to let them know what their feeling is on letting her know if Strahd was there, or Strahd's guy was there.
Oh yeah, go ahead and give a stealth check to do that nonchalantly.
I just
Bapef
gauge
just
the
shrugs.
parties.
Yeah. Also,
9.
Bapef leans over and nudges Muurujin and is like, "Hey, and check this guy out. He's way hotter now."
Aye,
I,
that's something we all agree on.
I'm sorry, I don't really go for your kind, Muru. Nothing against you, but reptilians just aren't my bag.
I mean, you
No,
can't
that's
deny,
fair.
though, that is one handsome lizard.
I mean, yes, he is indeed a lizard. Yes, indeed. But you, Albert, what did you motion to the party for?
It's just a lot to take in right now. Are you saying no one was able to defeat the tree before, or has it been burnt down to the stump before?
I've never seen anybody go to that tree and do anything to it. It's been there as long as my family can remember.
Well, hopefully that's it. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do you know of anything else in that area, anything else in that grove? We noticed after we had completed killing that initial, that foul demon they summoned, that there seemed to be a lot of lightning, and it seemed that the forest would still stir.
Yester Hill has always been quite a stormy hill, I'll put it that way. It does seem to have its own pool in that area, beyond the designs of whoever else, but I think that is pretty much par for the course there.
Okay. Well,
You say, the tree's been there as long as your family has been here. Do you have any, does your family have any history with the hill?
Not with the hill particularly, but with us all denizens here in Barovia, many of us aren't allowed to leave, and the only ones who are, as we know, are the Vistani, and that is with Strahd's blessing. So my family has been here for quite some time. Again, that tree has always stood, and those foul druids, those people of the forest, have always guarded it.
Well, they are no more. You can rest easy knowing that.
I would say that the tree being gone, the druids probably aren't completely extinguished. They do have quite a large clan, but I will say you probably put a dent in what is a number of them.
Understandable, we druids are quite resourceful.
Yes, there's much wilds here, as you can see.
we certainly needed a win. I'm ready for a rest.
Speaking of which, would it be alright for us to shelter in your barn again tonight?
Of course, gentlemen, you have done me a great favor. I must ask, do you plan on going to the ruins?
Well, we hadn't quite made a decision on that yet.
And this is more a warning and perhaps a bit of history about Perez. Long ago, Strahd razed that place to the ground. It is a vile, evil place, and it is filled with some unspeakable horrors. I will say it is not for the faint of heart. I can't rightfully ask you to go there, but you must beware if you do decide to venture into there. All I know of its inhabitants is that Baba, the hag there, she has domain over that area.
Do you believe her to be in league with Strahd, or is she kind of like most hags, kind of doing her own thing?
I would say that the hag there, she isn't necessarily under complete control of Strahd. She definitely does have some independence, but like all creatures, they here they are bound to his will one way or another.
Well, saying as maybe retrieving the second stone could benefit us in our goal, and we may just be up for it.
Is it-
Absolutely.
Is it
If
worse?
nothing else, you could learn maybe more of that place. What we know is that Strahd destroyed it centuries ago.
Do
Let
you
me
know
ask you this.
why?
We don't. It is very much just always been. Yes,
Did you have
little
a
one. Did you have a question?
Is having both of these stones under your possession worth the risk of death,
I mean,
or even worse?
You
Would you
must look
sacrifice
at
your
it.
life for it?
You must look at it from what we provide to the poor souls here. There is really not much hearth and home throughout this place, and the wine does bring some solace to these people. My family has been providing it for again as long as I can remember. It is one of the only things that we do have.
Hmm.
I think we at least owe him that much after.
Well, to be fair, the ones that are indebted at this point are us, but I think it will further our cause. Hags tend to be quite resourceful, and the fact
That's
that
right.
Strahd burned that place down leads me to believe that something that was causing him trouble was once there.
Very wise, Bapef.
Yep.
Yay! You're all picking up on the mystery parts. Woo!
Bapef goes back to toying with his acorns
Yeah,
after that beautiful monologue.
eyes roll back in my head, and I just pass out.
Anything else of note, gentlemen?
I think that answers all of our questions. I just think after some sleep, we can come to a decision as to if or when we'll be able to help you.
Yes, absolutely. Also, if you are going to go up to Kresik Way, just know the burgomaster there isn't really keen on letting people in. We could outfit you with another horse and trolley worth of wine. Maybe you can bargain yourself in. Again, if you do end up heading that way, it does seem you are on the hunt for information. I might say.
It's not a bad idea.
We would definitely appreciate the disguise. Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, there were some nightly chores I must attend to. If you need anything, please let us know.
Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Awesome. Yeah, he walks out of the room, and you hear him call for his wife, and you hear them begin talking about some mundane things about the winery, and you hear excitement in his voice as he shows her the gem, and then their voices kind of fade into the background.
Finally got us a win, boys.
I wouldn't
At
go
least
that
for
far.
now.
Something.
We didn't cause immediate chaos upon completing a quest.
Yeah.
First time for everything. Although we did get an immediate reaction to our burning of the tree.
Yes, they did not like me thinking badly about the tree, but I must apologize for this, gentlemen. Do we know what we want to do? Oh, actually, I don't. How far are you going to let us play out, Mike? I would like to long rest and learn comprehend language and read this.
I'm gonna let you know right now, comprehend language isn't going to help you in this case. There's something special about the tome, but you will be able to try to decipher it, but I don't want you to get a spell that's not going to be useful to you.
Okay.
We burn the tome too.
Yeah, I would just any time I have, I would like to spend trying to decipher it.
Yes, I do find it quite odd that we've clearly found a member of his order up there, or at least the book is attached to it in some way, and they seem to have no knowledge of it.
Awesome. So, you, Albert, begin to pore over the pages here, sitting at the table. You all kind of gather around and begin to drink wine as he pours over these pages. And suddenly, as Albert begins to read and at least decipher the first chapter here, mist seems to roll in all around you. And you all awaken in a courtyard with the sun beating down on your face. And you seem to have been transported to another world, and you hear people or soldiers marching. You see the visage of a young man as well, and we will end the session there tonight, and we will pick back up in this courtyard.
Just teleported?